What's up, my beater bros? Maine-iac here with NFL game picks for Week 15. No spreads, just picks. Playoff push is on the way. People looking to clinch what they can. First game, we have the Broncos-Colts. I believe both of these teams are eliminated from the playoffs, so this game's for pride. I'm picking the Colts in this one, or Broncos in this one, on the road, as you can see by the force win. Then you have the Bears-Lions. Lions are fighting for their life. They're fighting for that last wild card. They need some things to go their way. I'm picking the Lions to win this one at home. If they lose this one, it could likely knock them out of the playoffs. Not mathematically, but realistically. Then you have possibly the most anticipated matchup of the year so far, at least division-wise. You have the Chargers at the Chiefs. Now, winner gets the division heading into Week 16. Not guaranteed the division for the end of the year. They're tied right now, currently at 7-6. Now, I'm picking the Chargers in this one. I believe they have the better team overall, the better defense, and I think that's going to be key. And then we have the Dolphins at the Bills. Bills coming off a close snow game win against the Colts. Dolphins coming off a stunning upset of the Patriots when the Patriots played absolutely terrible. Oh, trust me, that one hurt to watch. I'm picking the Bills in this one. I like them at home. The Dolphins have a shorter week by a day. And I think after that snow game, Bills staying at home, Miami going from warm weather to cold weather, I think the Bills have the advantage in this one. I think the teams are actually pretty close overall. Then you have the Packers-Panthers. I was tempted to pick the Packers here since Aaron Rodgers is back and starting, but I went with the Panthers. I don't think the Packers defense can contain Cam Newton, and I think that's where the difference maker is. I think Cam Newton gets a couple of rushing touchdowns in this one, and they win by, I think it's going to be a single score kind of game. Packers could very well beat the Panthers too. They are very capable, especially if Rodgers is back. I don't think he'll be rusty at all. It should be a good game. Then we have the Ravens at the Browns. I'm picking the Ravens in this one, even though the Browns got my hopes up last week with a 21-7 lead against the Packers and ended up losing. If they can somehow exploit Joe Flacco a little bit, they have a small chance of winning. But the Ravens are fighting for their playoff hopes, so I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think they try to hang on to that 6th seed as much as they can. Then you have the Texans-Jaguars. Jaguars finally took control of the AFC South, and I don't think they're going to let Tennessee have it back, so they're going to win this one and seal up the division in the next couple weeks. Then you have the Bengals at the Vikings. This one's an interesting one for sure. The Vikings defense is playing well. They did get beat badly last week, but they still played decent, I guess. It was more of a exploitation of run defense and shit like that. The Bengals don't have necessarily the weapons to exploit it like the Carolina Panthers did. Then again, I never thought Jonathan Stewart was capable of that. I think the matchup here is going to be Rhodes on green. I think the Vikings win this one at home. I think overall their defense is just too good. Then you have the Jets at the Saints. This one's interesting. The Jets just got beat badly by the Broncos, and they suffered a loss of Josh McCown for the rest of the year with a broken non-throwing hand, I believe. This one should be a walkthrough for the Saints. I'm not saying any team's a walkthrough, but backup quarterback going up against a Saints defense with Marshawn Lattimore probably as close to fully healthy as he's been for almost a month. It's gonna be a bad one if you're a Jets fan. Then you have the Eagles at the Giants. We get the first look of Nick Foles and see how he can handle the playoff push for the Philadelphia Eagles after Carson Wentz tragically tore his ACL late in the season. It's sad to see that happen, especially when it happened to the two young quarterbacks last year, Marcus Mariota and Derek Carr, during playoff pushes. Very similar, very similar to the Raiders incident last year, where they lost Derek Carr right as the playoff push, and then they kind of fell back a little bit. Giants, Eli Manning played well for most of the game against the Cowboys, but it's the Eagles defense here. Different category, different level. Even with Nick Foles, I don't think Landon Collins and the Giants defense can get it together enough to at least stop the run game. Because if they're going to win this one, they need to stop the Eagles run game. I don't think they have what it takes. So I'm taking the Eagles in this one. Then you have the Cardinals, Redskins. I'm picking the Cardinals in this one. I like what Blaine Gabbert is bringing. I never thought I'd say that in my life. I like just overall what that offense is doing. Larry Fitzgerald's still being a solid producer, and that defense is really turning around. And the Redskins are kind of just blowing themselves up at this point. And interestingly enough, we have the Rams Seahawks. I'm picking the Rams in this one. I think it's a Seahawks win. They take control of the division. I just think they lost too much talent on defense to keep up with the Rams. Plus, the Rams have a solid defense. They should be able to contain Russell Wilson. But you never know because Russell Wilson is a legit MVP contender for sure. Then you have the Patriots Steelers. And as much as this pains me to say, I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Even though the Patriots recently signed Kenny Britt to finally give them 5 wide receivers on the roster for the season, at 1 week, I should say, for the season. As their defense proved against Jarvis Landry, they can't contain anybody. And as their offense proved, they can't really do anything. Even with Gronk back, I think the Steelers should win this one by 10 or 14 points. It does hurt me to say that, but that's at least my prediction for this week. And then Titans 49ers. I'm actually going upset here and picking the 49ers. I love how Jimmy Garoppolo's been playing. I believe Marcus Mariota is hampered by an injury, and I think that's all the difference you need to make here. I like Carlos Hyde, Matt Breida. I also love the combo of DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry, but I believe more in Jimmy G than a hobbled Mariota right now. Then we have the Cowboys Raiders. I'm actually going to pick the Cowboys here. The week before they get Ezekiel Elliott back for their playoff push, they need to win this game to have any hopes of making the playoffs. I believe they will. The Raiders are the Raiders, and that's all I need to say. Then you have the Falcons, Bucks, same thing. Bucks are the Bucks. They find a way to mess it up in the end. Falcons should win this one and keep their playoff hopes alive as well. The playoff push is coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is real, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What upset do you have picked? And let's start a discussion. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Like I said before, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.